Okay, hello dear student grade 5. This is Cambridge Primary Mathematics. This is the workbook, exercise 2.2, question number 1. Let's say spot the difference on here. We only need to spot the difference and that's it. So let's see how we could spot the difference on this picture on question number 1. You could see the difference like the first one. You could see this mountain is missing on the other picture. Then this moon also is missing. Okay, in the boat here, this pot is missing. You could see those trees are missing. And you could say in here, this wind is also missing. Like then you can see if you have any more differences. Let's go to question number 2. We say Dara says that she's thinking of a triangle with 3 lines of symmetry. Draw a ring around the same or the name of a triangle that Zara thinking of. Like before we draw about it, we need to know like the type of triangle. We have the scalene. We say scalene has different sides, so it has no line of symmetry. Okay, or has 0 line of symmetry. Has 0 line of symmetry. This is what? This is about this one. It's about the scalene triangle. 0 line of symmetry. Then let's move to the other or the second triangle, which is isosceles. An isosceles triangle has actually like 1 line of symmetry. Isosceles triangle has only 1 line of symmetry. We say it's a triangle has 2 equal sides and 2 equal angles, and it has only 1 line of symmetry. Then we go to the third one is equilateral. Equilateral triangle has 3 lines of symmetry. So you go and you draw a circle around this one because it's the only one that has 3 lines of symmetry. You draw a ring or a circle around it. Then let's go to question number 3. Dissociate the squares to make pattern with 1 line of symmetry. We need to shade this one to make 1 line of symmetry. Okay, actually to shade them and to make 1 line of symmetry, and this is the mirror line, we need to see exactly those parts will be folded to have how many squares should be shaded, so we could fold over each other. Like this one is shaded, so we should shade this one to fold over it. Okay, we could say we fold this one to be over it. Then we take a look at the others one. If you see this one here, we need one to be shaded. Okay. Okay, so here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We should shade also here 11. So they could be what? They could be fold over each other. So regarding like each one, for this one, you fold one here. So to fold this one to be fold over this one. You draw one for this one also to be fold over this one. Okay, regarding this one, also you draw one. It will be just one square far from the line of symmetry. It's going to be here. So because this empty, so you have to make this empty. Then you have got those two. You should like what plot them here or shade them here. This one here. And the other one is over here. You should go one by one. Then this one here, it is one away. So you just make it one away. Okay. This one, it's over here. So you just make it here. So be to fold it with this one. Then you go and you shade the other one. This one, it is just like two away from the mirror line. Make it two away. Then you go and you shade this one. You shade it is just one square away. It's over here. And the last one you're going to shade is this one over here. So now when you fold over each other, they will have only one line of symmetry. And that's it. This is how it's going to be look like. Let's go to the question after. They say product where the reflection of triangles will be after it is reflected over each of the mirror line. Draw your production using a ruler. Okay, you will get your ruler and you will start drawing them. Please don't forget, like when you're reflecting a shape on a mirror line, it will have different, actually what directions, but it will be the same distance and the same size. Let's, for example, do the first one on top here. You see the difference from the mirror line to this one. So let's say the distance is here. Then you draw this line with the same size of that line. And you draw this one here, this way. Should be with the same size. And then you join it. You need to know the lengths of those two only. And this one you join it. It will be up and down. Regarding this one here on the left, you will leave the same amount of space. And then you will draw your triangle. It will be the same as this one, but as I've told you before, direction will be opposite. The right will be left and the left will be right. Don't forget this one. The one below here, you see the same distance. And then you draw your line, this one. Sure, it will be, directions will be different, but it will be the same size and the same distance from the mirror line. And you will keep drawing it here, this way. Regarding this one, you will go with the same distance over here. And then you will make what? You will make your line over here. It should be the same distance. And then it should be just what? Right, left, and left should be right. So this is how things will be look like. This is how you're gonna reflect reflect this triangle over those mirror lines, all of them. Remember, the distance from the mirror lines will be the same distance. The size, it will be the same size. Only the directions will be flipped. Mean if it is up, down, it will be down or be up. And right, left, it will be left will be right and right will be left. So this is what you're going to do exactly. Let's go to the question after. Question number 5. They say use a ruler to draw all of the lines of symmetry on these triangles. All what you need to draw the line of symmetry. Remember, a triangle, if it is isosceles triangle, there will be one line of symmetry. If it's equilateral, there will be three lines of symmetry. If it's scalene, there will be no line of symmetry. Like, let's see the first one here. We measure it. This one is isosceles triangle. So there will be one line of symmetry, which is from here to here. And that's it. This one, there will be no line of symmetry because this is what this one is, a scalene triangle. Number C, this one also is like what? No line of symmetry here because this is what? This is a scalene triangle. This one is also isosceles, so you will draw line of symmetry. Only one line of symmetry is from here to here. There will be only one line of symmetry. If you see this one, it's equilateral triangle. You will draw one line of symmetry this way. This is a line of symmetry. And you draw another one from here. This is also line of symmetry. And you will draw one from here. This is also line of symmetry. So there will be three lines of symmetry when the triangle is equilateral triangle. When it's scalene, no line of symmetry at all. When it's isosceles triangle, there will be only one line of symmetry. So let's go to question number 6. Dissociate 5 squares in each of the empty quadrant to make pattern with 2 lines of symmetry. Okay, we need to shade what? We need to shade, like, for example, what? These, like 5 in each quadrant. Okay, let's look at this quadrant. This quadrant, you need to shade this 5, like this one is on where the mirror line is not far from the mirror line. You're going to shade them here so they could fold over each other. This is how you're gonna what? You're going to shade them. Okay, so we need, like in each one of them, we need to shade 5. Okay, so you shade this one here. You're gonna shade this one. Be close to it. You will be shading this one here. So it will fold over this one. You will show it this one over here. So to fold over this one. You will shade this one here. So to fold over this one. Regarding this one, you will be shading those two here. This one will be shaded. This one will be shaded. Then you will be shading this one here. Then you just need to imagine like you're folding your shape. And when you fold your shape, exactly the shaded square must be folded over shaded square. So that's why you need to shade a square for it. That's all what you need to do and to make for each one of them. Like I shade this one because I want it to be folded over this one. Then I'm going to shade those two here. So to fold over those two next to the mirror line. And I will be shading this one. So to fold over this one. And I will be shading this one. so to fold over this one. And I will be shading this one. We'll go say to fold over this one. Now, if you see any one of them has got 5 shaded squares in each quadrant. Let's go to question 7. They say reflect the squares, the square, triangle, the rectangle, and the pentagon over both the horizontal and the vertical mirror lines until you make a pattern with reflective symmetry. So to do so, let's take any one of them and do it with a different color. I'm going to start with the easiest one, which is the square, or the first one mentioned is the square. The first mentioned the square, so let's go start with the square. This is the square over here. Like this is square, we need to reflect it over the line of symmetry. The most important in either thing about a square, like because all the sides are equal, it has no like up and down, they could be different. Everything will be the same on it. Because all of it, they are equal. Like what this side equal to this side, equal to this side. So you will never feel like what the direction has changed. You will feel it is just what? The same shape every time. So because it is what? It is all the sides are equal, you are not going to feel like it is reflection. You're just going to feel like what? Like you are doing the square at any time we did them. Like if you're just making this one over here, so to fold over that one, you can feel like you are making this one over here to fold over that one. And this one, you will feel like you're making it over here, so it can fold over that square. You're not going to feel like you're reflecting it because all the sides are the same. Let's see something else, and we look at, after square, we have triangle. Let's see the triangle. The triangle, now you will feel it's reflected. Why? Because what? Because it has a base and a height. Then this side here, this side over here. This one is over here. If you would like to reflect this one, it is hard to make a copy from it and reflect it over here. You need to draw it again. Why we need to draw it again? Because actually when we reflect it, it will be what? Reflected over the vertical line. It will be what? Right, left, and left, right. How? Look at this base. How is it far from the mirror line? Count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to count here also for 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you will draw your rectangle here. When you draw your rectangle, remember, like I said, right will be left and left will be right. So your base, it was on the left. Now your base will be on the right. And this is how it's going to be drawn on this position. Like this, how we draw it. Why? Because when we fold this paper, this one will be exactly over this one. Otherwise, it's no, they're not going to be folded. That is why this shape, it will be what, right? Then look at it when we reflect it down here. Like it's one away, so you make it one away, and you will start drawing it here. Actually, like if you see here, you're not going to feel what? You're not going to feel like you're reflecting anything. Why? Because the ups and down, those are equal sides. That's why you're not going to feel them. They have been reflected. The same thing for this one. when you feel it over here. All you feel what? All you're gonna feel the vertical, okay, the reflection. That the reflection, you're not gonna feel that. Let's look at this shape. We say the rectangle. Here is a rectangle. Let's see the rectangle and do it with another different color. We change the color to another one. Let's say, for example, we could have the red color. And this is the rectangle. This is the first one. It's drawn over here. Okay, we can draw it like we be more fast, like we draw it with this one. Okay, so this we draw it over here. So we need to draw the same one on this part. Like how we draw it and how we reflect it. Like how we draw it and how we reflect it, we see it here. It's crossing this one. So this is how we make it. Like we can make it how? Like from here, we draw it this way. From here, we draw it this way. From here, we draw it this way. And we draw it down here. This idea. This is how we reflect it. You want to draw it here. Also, you draw it the same idea. You go on this one. And you draw this one. You go on here. Then you make it. It's how reflection. Like you look at this, like it's what this shape is going drawn on a diagonal. Diagonal with this line. So you see here the difference is one is square and here half. So you do this at the same time for all of the time. Like this one is square and here half. Then you make it with this drawing. Honestly, it's going to be the same size. The size is not going to be different. So this is how it look like. Let's change the color and we draw the last shape which we have here, the pentagon, which is looks here this way. We see this how the pentagon look like on our drawing here. The pentagon, when you draw it on top here, you see how is it far from 1, 2, 3. It's 3 for 1, 2, 3. Then you draw it over here. Like 1, 2, 3, then you draw it over here. It must be the same distance away from the mirror line all the time. You need to be using your ruler and pencil very well. You reflected here is just 1. Like look at the thin, it is just 1 away from the mirror line. You can do it here, 1 away. But remember, the right will be left and the left will be right. So it's going to be like that. Right will be left and left will be right. The same thing when you go down here, you're going to draw it here, which is 3 away. This is how you draw it. This is how the shape is going to be look like. This is how your final drawing will be after you finish from it. And this is how it's going to be look like. Let's go to see question number A. How is it going to be look like? This is question 8. They ask you to choose different color pencil, okay, or pens to use them to shade the squares and have squares marked with the stars. Reflect the pattern over the mirror line and color all the squares to make patterns with the two different line of symmetry. All these lines or all these colors, I just added them, okay? This here was having no colors at all, no color on here. So we just add these colors. We mentioned how we could what? We could plot each one of them, and then how we can what? We put the lines, I mean, the colors, okay, and how we reflect them. So it's all the time, like you need to understand when you color and you reflect, I mean, you would like to reflect. Imagine like you are just like folding. And when you fold, like the color must be the same and the shape must be the same. Sometimes they could ask you about shape and they ask you how many line of symmetry on that shape and the colors are different. If they have different colors, so this will not going to be a line of symmetry, even if the shapes are exactly the same. We say line of symmetry, they should be exactly fold over each other with the same shape, with the same color, and everything to be typical to each other. So this one, you need to color them or to color this one. Like, look here, I color this with pink, so I need to color this with pink. So when I fold it over it, it will be pink. And when you fold it over this one, those two pink color will be where? Like if you see, it's going to be at this point on here. This one and this one. Like if you see, like if I take this pink color and I put it over here. And I take this pink color and I put it over here. Okay, so you should color them and they should be fold over each other exactly. This is the idea of this question. Let's go to the question after. They ask you how many line symmetry does a chessboard have? You try like in a different way. The first one, you try the vertical line. You'll find this last square here is shaded, and this one is not shaded. This could be quite enough to tell you like this is not a line of symmetry. Because this shaded, it will be folded over this one unshaded. So immediately this is not line of symmetry. Because any shaded square should be going over what or fold over a shaded one. This is for the vertical line. The horizontal line, the same idea. This one is shaded and this one here is not shaded, so they cannot be folded. Then you're going to what? You're going to the diagonal line. This is diagonal line number one. You will see it like what? When you fold this way, it will be typical, and the other diagonal is also typical. So we said what? It has two lines of symmetry on. Question number B, they say where could you place a counter on the crossboard so the cross the crossboard it still has what? The two line of symmetry. Mark the place on the circle. We should just place it where? We place it on the center. We should place it on the center. When I say center, okay, this one here. This is small 4 here. You just place it over here on the center. And then it will be still line of symmetry. Nothing is going to change. Question number 2, they said, where could you place a counter on the crossboard so that the crossboard has no line of symmetry, mark it. You just need to put it anywhere, like this one here. I just put it here. Counter, I put it here. Or put it anywhere with a different color, you can put it here. Then if you see, if you fold this way, it's not going to be a line of symmetry. You fold here, it's not going to be a line of symmetry. You fold anywhere, it's not going to be a line of symmetry. So this is how things go. They ask you question number D. Okay, they say, where could you place a counter on the crossboard so the crossboard has only one line of symmetry? To have only one line of symmetry, you need to put it somewhere on what? On the corners, like on this corner, or in this corner, or in this corner, or in this corner, or anywhere on the symmetry line, like on the line of symmetry. This line of symmetry, any counter that this line of symmetry divided into two half, it can work. It will have only one line of symmetry. Let's go to question number 10. They say color two more squares. So this pattern is exactly what has one line of symmetry. Okay, what we did, we colored those two. They were those two, they were not colored. Like this one, no color here, and no color here. We said we need one line of symmetry. We need to color two places. We color this one, and we shade this one. Okay, now we have only one line of symmetry because this one will be a line of symmetry over here. This one will be a line of symmetry. But one here, it will not be a line of symmetry. So there will be only one line of symmetry. The same idea happened over here. They ask us also like what? To add, they say, color two more squares so that the pattern has what? Has two lines of symmetry. It was this way. We need to color two places to have two lines of symmetry. We did color this one. So when we draw this diagonal, it could be typical. And when we draw this diagonal, it could be typical. We add the other one here. So now when we draw a diagonal this way, those two shaded will be folding over those two shaded. And every half of this shaded and this shaded will be typical. And if you fold or you make what? Another diagonal line this way, okay, all these four shaded, it will be divided into two. And this one will be with this one. So that's how things will look like. Go question number C. We'll say, what is the fewest number of squares that you have to be shaded? So to make this pattern has exactly four lines of symmetry. Okay. We were not having all this, like these ones, we add them. So we could make what? Four lines of symmetry. Like I add actual, like the first one here. I add the first one here. So to be what? To be folded over this one and to make line of symmetry. I add this one. So when I have a vertical line, so this one will be folded over this one. Okay. And then when I add the horizontal line, those two, they have no places to fold over them. So I make for each one of them shaded. So I could have what? Could fold over this one. So now my horizontal line is line of symmetry and my vertical line is line of symmetry and my two diagonals are line of symmetry. That's all about exercise 2.2. Okay, so don't forget to watch all of it and to correct everything in the workbook. And don't forget to subscribe and to like the video. And that's all. See you next time.